Okay, hello everyone. Let's play some chess. We had a good day yesterday. Won 4 games in a row, so let's try and continue that. Starting off at 14-21. And we're going to go for the Italian game. Playing with white. Let's see what my opponent does. 14-34, so slightly higher rated than me. Surge, takes. That looks good. Oh. Do we take that, or do we take... Do we take the pawn, or do we push the knight out? Let's take the pawn. It might be free, it might not, I'm not sure. This is not dissimilar to the structure you get with black. If you play Scandinavian, they push past. It looks pretty similar to this. Okay. I think I want to get castled as soon as possible. This was the sort of response when I'm playing the Italian. If they start pushing pawns over this side of the board, I almost always have to push this pawn, I think. So do we just castle here? I think let's castle. Okay, threatening. Threatening mate. Can we just push this pawn? I think we just push this pawn for now. Move that bishop again. I'm going to go for a pawn break here. Try and dislodge this. Get my knight out. I'm not 100% sure who's winning in this position. I'd say it looks pretty even. We've both got some sort of threats. This bishop's pretty dangerous. This bishop's a bit undeveloped, but it's got the it's on a good diagonal. Okay, do we trade off these dark square bishops? I feel like their dark square bishop is more dangerous than mine is at the minute. So I'm thinking I just trade that off. I want to get the knight in here, which they obviously prevent with that move. Okay. How can we get our rooks into the game? This is not really doing that much, but it's sort of a slow improving move. Yeah, if we push this pawn, then we've got everything nicely held together. Thinking bringing the knight in here. Goes for the sack. Does that work? Surely not, right? Yeah, I don't know about that sacrifice by my opponent. We'll see whether it works out for them. Check. Where can the knight go? I think I'm going to play this. Threatening to take the knight now. They defend with the pawn. Check. Picking up a lot of pawns here. Double check. Okay, what do we do here? We're losing a rook, it looks like. Check. But we can win back the rook with the same fork. So now we'll just wall the bishop up, basically. What do we do here? Check. Okay. And they resigned. Brilliant. Okay, that was a good game. I was happy with how I played that. Have a quick look at the analysis. Yeah, I was doing well out of the opening here. I should have pushed the pawn rather than blocking with the bishop. Yeah, the game seemed to really come down to my opponent making that sacrifice and not being able to gain any advantage from it positionally. Okay, 14-27. So let's play a Scandinavian with black. Cool. Usually they take this knight out to hit the queen. So this, if I can get a pawn supported on this square, then that's obviously a good forking square. But I will have to completely sort of ignore all the theory that I know. Not a huge amount of theory, but all the theory I know, I'll basically have to ignore. I'm wondering whether I go for it. My opponent's position looks terrible here. They've blocked in this bishop. Blocking everything in. Okay. I think I'm going to pin this knight. I don't think I need to play this because they can't push this pawn. So they can't get control of the center because of how they've positioned all these pieces. I'm wondering whether I can just play a move like this. Okay, so they drop the bishop back. That looks like a good move. I think I'm going to do this. This is not usually how I'd play it, but my opponent's position's a bit different to what you usually see. There's no pawn on this file that can fork these two pieces. Oh, do we see this? Part of me is wondering whether I opposite side castle this game and just start pushing these pawns. My opponent's having a think. VJ. This is just a developmental move. Supports this pawn a bit more if I have to move my queen. My opponent takes that. Take that. Queen out. Castle. God, they're really thinking about this move. Using a lot of time on it. Okay, and they go with the bishop. Okay, I think I'm going to play this. Okay. Drops the queen back. Actually, wait. Actually, do I take with the knight? If they... I think I take with the knight. I think I'm going to queenside castle this and then just push these pawns. Okay. Do we see that? No. I think I'm going to castle. I think everything's held together at the minute. I don't think that knight is actually causing any danger. Or immediate danger. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't see that. Wait, so it takes. I think this works. What can we play? I think we might be losing a piece here. Okay, what do I do? Let's hit the knight. The knight can't go here because... Oh wait, the queen doesn't hold it. Oh. Although I can play this. Now what do you do? might be winning back the knight here, I'm not sure. Unless my opponent finds a good move. I think I just take the knight back, don't I? Yep. Okay, that's good. We've managed to salvage that situation. Moves the queen, hitting this pawn. Do we just keep these pawns coming? Hitting the queen, force the queen to move again. The reason I played this move first is just to try and cut this bishop off. Okay, these pawns are coming. Takes. I don't believe they can defend this pawn. Okay. I think I just take. So if my opponent takes and I take back, then there's a discovery on their bishop. Rook's hitting the bishop. Where do you put it? Here? Here? Can't go here. So do we just take? Threatening mate. How do we do this? We're up a bishop, so we could trade that off. I'm just wondering if there's anything better. Haven't got loads of time, so I'm just going to make the trade. Check. Check. My opponent's somewhat running away. Check. Forces them to go back. Check. Wait, did I just have mate there? Check. And the only legal move is to block with the queen, right? I'm not going to pre-move it just in case. I think the only legal move is to block with the queen. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, another win. So yeah, this bishop move was best move. This was not best move. This gave them an advantage. They could have just taken this. And then what? Can I not just take this? Ah, then they win the bishop. Yeah, I didn't really see that. So that wasn't good. But my opponent didn't see it either, fortunately. Game's really even here. And then this was where I gave up the yeah, this was where I gave up the knight and then won it back. And then these pawns are just, yeah, minus 6.5 here. Best move was to put the, I did see this idea, but I knew the king would just run away. I thought the king would just run away. So that's what put me off it. Yeah, so I did actually see that, but I decided it would be better just to threaten the pawn and bring the queen in. Got forced mate here. How does that look? Yeah. If I do more puzzles, I think I would find more things like that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that game. Okay, last game. Let's see how we go. Can we get 3 wins? Be nice. They push past. Okay, let's hit this pawn. The only trouble I have when they push past, they do give up a lot of the center, but this pawn here is surprisingly difficult to dislodge. Okay, nice, they play that. I feel like that wasn't a good move. Do we take again? I don't see why not. Okay. Can I just take here? Bishop takes. Take rook and promote. Are there any checks? Or do I just go like this? Is this even better? Then what do they play? Knight out. Take. I'm going to try this. I'm not 100% sure if this is a good move or not. it could have been better to take with the pawn. That's probably something I'm pretty interested to see after the game. I'm guessing they play this, but that just loses the knight. If they don't move the knight, they're losing the rook. Okay. Do I just take this? Or do I play this? No, I don't play that. Let's just take. So this will be supported by this bishop here, if I play that. Okay. My opponent has to move their queen there to stop the promotion. Hitting my queen. What do I play here? Do I just take? I think because we're 6 points of material up, I'll probably just take it. I've got pawn on c2. Surely rook takes or bishop takes. I wonder what we'll see. Okay. Thinking this now. Okay, I don't want to give up this bishop. Or can I? I think I'll play this. The bishop can't move, I believe. What an interesting position. I've never seen anything like it. So, okay, so they move. I want to get this pawn supported. Although I don't actually need to, really. If I lose this pawn, it's not actually that much of a problem. We can just pick up some other pawns and then... Whew! Lucky the pawn block there. Okay, hitting the bishop. I mean, if they don't move the bishop, we just take the bishop, so... Probably want to get my king on the white squares at some point. Let's do it now. the bishop. Hitting the bishop, hitting the pawn. Take the pawn. Yeah, I want to go for one of the pawns that promotes on the light squares. So maybe H pawn. Well, this one's already pushed a bit actually, so maybe I could go for this one. Okay, let's hit the bishop. £11 of material up. This would be a pretty bad one to lose. Don't want to lose our knight. Check. I think I can just keep pushing this pawn now. I don't think they can do anything about it. My opponent's not giving up. Just using the fact that their bishop's on the dark squares. Okay, I think they've lost there. That's queen. Check. Oh, I stalemated it. No. Oh no, I lost the point for that as well. That is unbelievable. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh no, was this mate? That wouldn't have been mate. Oh dear, that's tragic. But we'll take it. I played pretty well today. Apart from that, yeah, we were like really winning here. Like, Okay, it wanted. It did want. It wanted this. See, I was looking at. Is this still winning? Yeah, this is still winning. And then if my opponent takes, then we just promote to a queen. Best move was to take with the bishop here. Get some more development, more pieces into the attack. Well, my opponent did well to get the stalemate. I should not have given them that. That was, but yeah, we were just really winning then. And then obviously I blended the stalemate. Cool. Okay, all right, until tomorrow.